This episode contains adult themes and language.
I am your Dungeon Master. My name's Matt, and joining me today is Oliver.
Hello.
And Dan.
Hello.
And we are playing 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. We are going to be using a homebrew campaign that I have named Magnia. We are going to be using the 5th edition rules. We might play a little bit fast and loose with them, just because it's more fun that way. Speaking of being a little bit more fun, we're skipping level 1 and 2 with your characters. So we're going to start level 3. Oliver, tell me a bit about your character.
So I'm playing Magnus Saltspray. He is a human rogue swashbuckler. Background of a sailor and working around the docks. But due to he's a rogue, he also knows some of the underhand languages, perhaps, that you'd find around the docks.
And how about you, Dan?
So I'm playing Jack. He is a Githyanki wizard, Order of the Scribes. He's an investigator, and he is well versed in the ways of the criminal underworld.
We are going to roll some hit points for you both. Oliver, your character has a D8 for his hit dice. We take max at first level, which is 8 plus your constitution bonus, which for you, I believe, is 0.
Unfortunately.
So we're going to roll level 2 and level 3. I'm going to roll. You're going to roll. You get to take the best result. So
Okay.
Let's do it.
7.
I got a 5.
Okay, good. 2.
7.
Okay,
So you've done well out of that.
Yeah.
So
14 plus 8, 22.
right, Dan,
Hi.
your character is a wizard. Not as squishy as I used to be.
No.
D6s now, so you got your first 6. What is your con bonus?
My con is +2.
Oh, excellent.
I got a 5.
I got a 6
I'll take the 6. Cheers, bud. And a 3.
and a 2 from me.
Oof.
And what does that put you at?
27.
Cool. Wizard with more HP than a rogue.
And heavier armor.
So, Matt, what have we got coming up in this one?
It's going to be a bit different from your usual. Obviously still very fantasy, but it's a bit more of an investigative feel to it. Bit noir, but in the Magic City. In the world of Magnia, there is a bustling port city surrounded by large white walls and towering buildings of various shapes and sizes. Its minarets and spires dominate the skyline. The winding streets and ornately decorated houses highlight the wealth the city has available. However, the opulence of the city distracts from the fact that in the poorer areas, the places that visitors rarely see, crime and injustice are just as rife as everywhere else. Welcome to Manaheim.
First, second in. We might have to pay for that.
Oh, shit. Episode 1, Legal Trouble.
We are in a D&D-esque magical world. Magic is rife here. It's very rife. I like the word rife, apparently. In this world,
Is there magical strife?
there is magical strife. Maybe you have a magical wife.
She stabbed me with a magical knife.
Do you have a magical wife? Who are you?
I definitely don't have a magical wife, as I'm the only one of my species in the city, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, and what species are you?
I am a Githyanki, a visitor from the astral plane.
And what do you look like?
I am ugly as hell.
I thought we were role-playing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Also, maybe your name would be good.
Yes, Jack. I am Jack. I have green mottled skin, pointy ears, and a distinct lack of nose.
Excellent. Everything's going to smell from here on out.
Oh, God.
And you won't know.
I have nose holes. I just don't have a nose.
Is that how the whole lack of skin happened? You didn't smell a gas fire?
Just blew up in my face.
So in this world, specifically in this city as well, magic is regulated. You need licenses, and the Night Watch and the Guard have a specific offshoot called the Magia Custodes, who are like the mage hunters, and they keep check on everything magical. Kind of think FBI, but fantasy.
Fantasy Bureau of Investigation.
Yes.
That would have been way.
Yeah, it would. You work for them, but as you are not someone that they like to put out on the streets, much to your chagrin, you have been delegated to the Echo Chambers. These are a semi-known about, kind of everybody has heard of it, but nobody wants to go there. Interrogation rooms where they take all these magical criminals and people that are breaking the law by not having the right permits and stuff, where they are investigated, interrogated, under duress, perhaps, and then either shipped off to the university to be trained in how to actually be magicians, because obviously some people can naturally do it, think sorcerers and stuff like that, and some of them just disappear and are never seen again.
Mysterious.
Your character has aspirations, does he not?
He does. He wants to get out of the echo chamber. He doesn't think that it's fair that he's defined by his race the way that he is. And I want to get out of the echo chamber and onto the streets.
It's not often people want to get onto the streets, but but you
get
do
on
you.
the street corners. Make that money.
As such, with your night job that you're working, because you're not allowed to be seen generally during the day because you don't like the hassle, you're finishing up a particularly sloppy interrogation. And it's
real messy.
I didn't enjoy that.
Neither did he.
As they clear away the bits.
This is not getting better.
The resultant paste.
You leave dejectedly in the early dawn hours of the morning to slink through the sewers back to your home, which is on the outskirts of the city, in the forge gutters, where the shanty town of the dwarves is.
It's nice there. They don't judge me.
I will always judge you. As you leave, you're going through some winding alleyways, and you see a dark, cloaked figure in front of you who beckons. You.
Who are you?
Never mind who I am. Just know what I can do for you.
Okay. What is that?
I can help you get on the streets, get away from those horrible chambers that you must work in.
What? How do you know this about me?
I know many things.
Okay. And what is it you can do to help me?
I have information that has not been acted upon by the guard.
What sort of information? Why hasn't it been acted upon?
Bureaucratic red tape, partly, and perhaps corruption.
He has piqued my interest. Can I roll an insight to see if he's on the level?
You can. It will be opposed.
Ladies and gentlemen, first roll of the campaign is a 1.
Fantastic.
You absolutely believe they are on the level.
But you'll believe anything.
Apparently so, yeah. Okay, tell me more. I whip out my notebook and start to scribble down whatever he says next.
I am aware of certain things going on down at the docks. The harbour master is taking bribes, and hints of something else.
Something else? Something worse than taking bribes?
Perhaps. But my ears and eyes can only go so far. I need you to investigate.
Why me?
Why not you? You clearly want to. I need someone that doesn't mind cutting some red tape.
All right. What's in this for you? What's
Just
your angle here?
concerned citizen, trying to make the world a little bit better.
Yeah,
And you believe me.
apparently I do.
I'm not menacing at all.
Okay, I turn to leave.
One more thing. Your point of contact should be one Magnus Saltspray. He might know more than he lets on.
Okay.
On to Magnus then. So Magnus, he is a 40-something, heading for retirement. He's had a hard life working on the sea and now works down the docks underneath Davin Swiftsail. He's recently felt that he's starting to be cheated out of stuff. He always kind of got given a little bit of extra money to turn a blind eye, but more and more blind eye turning has been required and more money isn't heading my way.
So, it's heading into the early hours of the morning. Would you like to go investigate that now, or would you like to do anything else first?
It's been a long shift. I'm going to go home, have a shower, something to eat, bit of kip.
Wank a biscuit.
Wank a biscuit, yeah. Get my spell slots back.
You head through the sewers and you make your way out past the guard who you know that's always on duty.
Mhm.
I don't think I ever actually made him. No, I didn't.
Well,
What's his name? You're best friends with him.
well, you got to put me on the spot like that, Matt.
You're going to be doing it to me every day.
That's your job.
You bastard.
I like playing D&D. Those guys kept putting me on the spot to make up a world.
So where can we go? Oh, God.
His name is
Brian.
Brian.
I never bothered to learn his second name because he treats me like shit.
And that's your best friend, is it?
Not going well, is it?
It's one of those abusive relationships,
Oh, I see.
like House and Wilson.
Brian sees you go past. He's like, bit late in it.
It's been a long shift. I don't want to talk. Just let me through, please.
Whatever, mate, whatever. Go on. Bugger off.
Cheers, Brian. Peace out.
He gives you the finger as you're leaving. And you can't see it behind your back.
But you knew it was there.
You could
felt
feel it. You have a shower in your little your shantytown shack. What's your house look like? What have you got going on?
It's a 1-bedroom deal, sort of
little
above a
studio
tavern.
apart shack.
Yeah, it's more like a long-term rent of a tavern room than a house. But
Okay,
the dwarven lady that owns the place is quite friendly.
Okay. You do your business. You get yourself sorted. You put some little concealer on, maybe try and look a little bit more human.
Mhm.
You slink your way back through the city towards the docks. It's getting towards midday now. It's very hustle and bustle. People are giving you the side eye. But other than that, no one's really bothering you. You don't see many watchmen on the streets, but you've got your papers, you've got your badge, if anyone does.
I don't like to flash the badge, but I will if I have to.
Everyone loves a little good flash. You make your way to the docks. It's very busy. It's like Manaheim is known to be a busy port town. It's like the main port on this side of the continent. Lots of trade going through, loads of ships. You see a lot of people carrying barrels, carts. There's lots of general loading and unloading. Sloppy
General
looking
dock
sailors.
activities.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I look around for someone that maybe looks like they're in charge?
Give me a perception roll.
Oh my God. We're going up one number at a time. 3.
You walk up to somebody sitting on a barrel chewing some tobacco that clearly is just like a homeless person. You're like, you must be the man in charge.
You there, citizen.
What do you want?
I'm looking for a man they call Magnus Salt Spray. Can you point me in his direction?
Yes, that guy over there with the badge on it that says Magnus Salt Spray.
Oh, he really did fail that perception roll.
Could see it from a mile away.
Might as well just shouted his name from where I was standing.
Yeah, he points you towards a stocky, sunburnt, windburnt looking fella, and you make your way over.
Okay. Excuse me.
I'm busy, mate. If you want something, just look at the map. You'll find it. I'll find it.
Are you Magnus Salt Spray?
Yeah, but like honestly, anyone. Just ask anyone. I've got stuff to do.
No, I definitely need to speak to you.
Why me?
Can we go somewhere a little more private? I flashed the badge. I would like to speak to you now.
Yeah, but I don't want to draw attention to myself, or I might get killed before you say anything.
Okay. I'm a little taken aback at how serious this has suddenly gotten. Okay. Where can we meet later?
The Krusty Gusset this evening, sundown.
Krusty Gusset. Yeah. I know it. Bit rough, but all right.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got work to do. See ya.
Okay.
Let's scurry off. Like, there's people bothering me. I've got clipboards. There's barrels rolling about.
Yeah. So the Krusty Gusset is like the local dive bar. So think fantasy Weatherspoons kind of level.
Yeah. Bit grim.
Yeah, just a bit. Toilets are a mile away as well.
Questionable business practices.
Oh, definitely.
Maybe we should be investigating that.
That's chapter 2.
Okay. Can I have a little look around the dock while I'm here?
Yeah.
See what I can see, get a feel for the general vibe of the place.
Right, I know you're not going to like this because it's rolling a dice, but
Oh,
or
no.
die, sorry. Roll an investigation for me.
Come on, dice. 19.
Oh,
It's a bit better.
excellent.
Much better.
Everyone's just busy and getting on there with their work and stuff, but you do see one person who seems to be directing a lot of people, and again, walking around with a clipboard like Magnus was, but he's looking perhaps a little shifty. There's something in the set of his shoulders that you're like, he's not comfortable today. What's going on with him?
I will keep an eye on him.
Yeah, okay.
See what he's up to.
Yeah, he just kind of mills around. He's doing his job. You see him pop into a large locked building next to a massive warehouse
Mhm.
and come back out, minus the clipboard, putting something in his pocket, and then kind of locks the door with a big iron key, puts it around his neck, and goes back to work.
Has he still got the clipboard with him?
No, he put that
He
away.
put that away.
He seems to be done with the clipboard portion of his workday.
Right, fair enough. I'll bear that in mind for when I come back, but everything else seems above board other than
Yeah,
matey boy.
busy. There's ships, like hundreds of ships. It's a massive, massive dock.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll head out and mill around in the town for the rest of the afternoon until I go and meet Magnus.
Yeah, just window shopping.
Yeah, I mean, get myself some robe detergent and
Some soap.
some yes. I wouldn't know. I've never used it.
He's a stonky boy.
Once I finish my shift, I want to go hang around.
So what time do you finish your shift? It's like a late evening. Like, are you 9 to 5 in?
Yeah, ish.
Yeah,
Obviously, it depends on the workload.
Yeah.
Once I just literally can't think anymore.
Yeah,
Someone
that's
else
normally
turns up
about
to relieve me.
9 to 10 for me before I start going. Yeah, you finish. The sun's starting to set a bit.
I want to go hang around outside the old Crusty Gusset.
You head down towards the dockside pub of the Crusty Gusset. There's some unsavoury sorts wandering around. There's already
the
a
Crusty
few.
Gusset.
Yeah, I mean, there's already a few locals that have been in there all day, proper gassed out of their head. And you just kind of loiter near the entrance.
And I kind of want to make myself a bit more hidden.
Okay.
I want to be watching out for him.
Do you want to roll me a stealth check?
Yes, I will actually. Ooh, that's 10 all in.
Yeah, my perception might be guff, so I might not see you anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a 6.
Okay. So you kind of like, there's some tables and chairs outside, and you're just kind of like.
Make myself look like a chair.
I was going to say, like, slump
Oh my God,
behind
he's a mimic.
a barrel or something. You notice Jack walk past you. What do you want to do?
I want to try and sort of shuffle him into the alley without anyone noticing.
Okay. Roll me like an attack roll, just see if you can grapple him.
20.
Oh, a dirty 20. That's what I'm calling non-natural 20s now. Just
Dirty 20.
I like it.
So you kind of like, as he walks past, walk in lockstep with him, put your arm around his shoulder and go, all right, buddy, and just kind of usher him straight down an alleyway. And
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? Where are we going? What?
I'm just pushing him down the alleyway, just being like, why do you want me? What do you want to do with me?
Oh, all right, there's no need to get rough.
You can't come around my work. My boss will see.
What issue is that going to be?
He's just an angry man. He's always kicking off about something.
I'm investigating a tip-off about
What's
some
a tip-off? No.
wrongdoings at the dock.
There's always wrongdoings at the dock.
Potential bribery.
There's always bribery at the dock.
Okay, has there been anything of note happen recently? Anything untoward?
What do you want to know? What's in it for you?
I flashed my badge again.
Oh.
I'm the
Serial
police,
flasher.
mate. Am I under arrest? No, you're not being detained.
Look, there's been odd shipments coming in. Normally I can guess what's in the bribes, just from the amount of money I see change hands. But it's not happening on this one. I think the money's
Okay.
being exchanged elsewhere.
So what sort of things are coming in?
The crates have got air holes in it. That's all I know.
Okay. And where are they coming from?
All over the place. There's no pattern of the ships. It's just nearly every ship's got one of these crates on it now.
Okay. And where are they being stored?
I don't know. They get taken off by him personally. He doesn't let anyone else touch them.
He does it personally.
Yes. It's about the only thing he does do.
And what's his name?
Davin Swift Sail.
Okay. I am scribbling all this down.
I just want to be done. I just don't draw attention to me. I just want to do my job, finish, and retire shortly.
Okay. I may be in touch with you again.
I'm just going to scurry off at this point, like before anyone can notice me. Or if I got, do you want me to roll for this again? Or
No,
I don't have to roll to scurry.
No, you can scurry unhindered.
I blend in. It's a
Yeah.
port
Yeah.
town. I'm a port.
You look the
man.
part, yeah.
I head down back to the port. I live at the port.
Okay, yeah. Have you got like a shanty as well?
No, I'm living in part of the harbour master's office building. There's like
Okay,
an
yeah.
annex. I'm living in there. I rent that from him. Also part of the reason that I don't want any trouble because then I'm
you don't want
homeless.
to be made homeless. Yeah. From putting two and two together from what Magnus has told you, and perhaps he gave you a description of the fellow, you
Mhm.
realise that it's the shady looking guy that you saw before. And you're like, yeah, there's definitely something going on there. So what do you want to do now?
Okay.
Wait, I described the shady guy.
Well, you wouldn't know that. You
Yeah, I know.
described your
I-
boss,
Out
yeah.
of character, I'm just excited.
I shout after Magnus as he starts.
I'm going to come. I'm not happy about this because I told him not to identify me and he's shouting at me down the street. I'm going to come running back and just push him straight back into the alley again. Am I rolling the same thing for this?
Go for it.
That's 19.
As I see him coming, can I attempt to oppose it?
Yes.
I fail.
You're like,
I'm a big guy. Like he's a big stocky sailor guy.
I am not.
Yeah.
bundle him back into the alleyway.
Your Kif from Futurama. I told you, I don't want to be identified. Why are you shouting at me? What do you want?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just
Are you trying to get me killed?
no,
Is
no.
there a spell you can use to blur his face?
I can blur his entire personage.
Cast blur on him.
There you go. No one knows. I might need your help bringing him
You're
down.
going a
if
funny
he's-
way about it.
Well, I'm not very good at this, if I'm honest. I'm normally stuck in a dingy dungeon somewhere interrogating people. This is my first street case.
Yeah. It
So-
shows.
Well,
Roll for Savage Burn.
There's an 18.
oh God.
I mean, you already,
You
look
already
like a
look
burn
like
victim.
it. There it is. I like that. I mean, we both went for it, but it was too easy to.
Yeah, I might need your help bringing him down.
I told you I don't.
Can you get me into his office?
I could turn a blind eye to you getting into his office.
Interesting.
Early hours of the morning, there's not many people about.
That I can work
know
with.
that this morning, in the early hours, there's one last ship coming in. But once he's cleared that, there should be no one about.
All right. Will you be there?
Well, I live in the annex off his office.
Do you have a key to his office?
Not to his office, no.
Right. All right, I can work with that. Thank you very much for your help. I'll make sure that...
Just don't identify me again.
Or
Talk to me, or look at me.
Can we use a code name?
No.
If I... Caw, will you answer?
No. I'm going. I'm just going to rush off again.
Just full pelt.
If he calls me again, I'm getting the rapier out.
All right, that's good. I will head off to work now, as probably quite close to my shift time.
Yeah, it's getting on again. You put the magical rubber gloves back on and start getting your interrogating spells ready.
I'll psych myself up for the evening's festivities.
Yeah, put your headphones in, start jamming out. So you can't hear the screams.
I always hear the screams.
And I'm assuming you're going to bed.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try.
Yeah,
Got a feeling that I'm going to be a bit restless. Yeah.
You hear like toing and froing in the main office next to you as you try and sleep, like someone's pacing. And then you gently falls to sleep eventually in the wee hours of the morning for a couple of hours. You have your usual stressful day at work.
Yep.
Again, wee hours of the morning and you're leaving. What do you do?
I'll head straight for the docks.
Head straight for the docks, still covered in the blood and gore of the day.
Wash it off me.
Yeah.
In a magical fashion.
Oh, in a magical fashion?
Yeah.
Describe how you're doing this. Is it like a Mary Poppins type? Or what's the one I'm thinking of? Cinderella?
It's more of an illusion.
Yeah.
I just
So
sort
you're
of
not
make...
actually clean.
No, I just make my robes look cleaner than
Use
they are.
thaumaturgy to look and smell nice, even though you are a stonky bitch.
There you go.
Yeah, you head down to the docks. There's not many people about. You see that the warehouse and the office building that is annexed to where Magnus lives is being patrolled by several guards with guard dogs.
Interesting.
They're not normal. You would know that, Magnus.
I'm asleep.
But you're asleep. Normally, it's not heavily patrolled by guards, but
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I informed him as such.
They don't look like city guards. They look like mercenaries of some kind. They don't have a badge or anything.
How many of them are there?
There are 2 night watchmen,
And how many dogs?
2 guard dogs.
So they are between me and the building.
Yeah, they're kind of like doing like a loop around the building, like one's clockwise, one's kind of counterclockwise.
Can I see from where I am the last ship that Magnus said was going to be in?
You can see several ships. You don't know which ones are which.
Okay, all right.
But yeah,
Fair
there's
enough.
let's say there's 5 dock piers that you
Mhm.
can see easily that have the gangplanks either up or down, like kind of like a
Yeah.
mishmash of what's going on.
So do they look like they're guarding the building or are they guarding one of
Yeah.
the ships?
They look like they're just guarding the general area.
Well, I'm probably not the best at persuading them that I'm here on some not dodgy business, so I'm just going to try and sneak in.
Okay, I will need a stealth roll against their perception. Actually, no, passive perception.
Is it a roll to see if I wake up from any shenanigans going on, or
Like you said, you're struggling to sleep because you're a bit amped up.
Yeah.
So maybe roll me a D100.
74?
It's just something that's not sitting right, you know, like maybe it's a hot night as well.
I'll look out the window. I'll look out the window.
You look out the window and you're like, why are there guards doing the rounds? That's weird. Roll me a perception check.
Okay, I will do.
Did you roll a stealth?
Yes.
What did you get?
9.
It's not very good.
It's not very good.
I got a 5, but it's +6 because that's my
Ooh.
that's my main thing. I'm very perceptive.
Nice. So you look out the window and you see a horrible gremlin-y dude crouched,
Guy again.
walking in a straight line.
Don't
waving at you.
Hey, Magnus!
As one set of guards with a guard dog go, what are you doing, mate?
Drop my contact lens.
Right. I'm, at this point, I'm going to look like I'm concerned that this is going to land me in it. So I'm going to go out and join in with this like conversation.
Okay. Are you dressed or are you like, were you sleeping in your pants?
I just always wear the same crusty clothes. But I get my rapier as well. I got that on me just in case.
Yeah. Okay, so you exit the door and you're behind this guard who has turned to Jack and is visibly confused as to why a weird looking man is crouched around.
Oh, this drunk again. God, I've told you, get out of here.
Oh, but I live here.
You don't, mate. Get out. Leave.
On that boat
Seriously.
there, that sloop Doggy Dog. That's my boat.
From your work on the docks, you would know this is one of the ships that is currently in harbour. Sloop Doggy Dog.
Yep. I mean, anyone can read the sign, mate, but it's not your ship. Off you go.
No, I'm not. It's not my ship. I'm the cook. What?
So why don't you both roll a persuasion to see if you convince this guard that this is exactly
I was going to
what's
say, it's
happening?
like, why is he making this harder for me?
Yeah.
2.
14.
Do you want to try some different dice that aren't cursed?
Well, I thought the money was because they were nice, not because they were cursed.
Right, so
That's not much better.
You can't just keep rolling until you get one you like.
Come on, one of these has got me. No?
roll with triple advantage.
Oh dear.
Okay, right. What was the first number?
2.
2. Okay, well, I got a 14 all in.
While Jack is not particularly convincing,
Particularly.
you, Magnus, are acting as if it's an everyday occurrence and you always get these drunks. And because obviously the guard is new, he doesn't really know what's going on. He's just like, look, this is your problem. I'm not paid enough for this.
Yeah, I'll deal with him. Sorry.
You grab him, the guard just kind of to himself and just carries on his route. You've got a little bit of time before both the guards kind of come back round. So what do you want to do?
You're going to get me killed. You need to get out of here.
Sorry, like I said,
Still very bad at this.
not very
yes.
good at this.
The guards aren't normally here.
Is there another way in? What if I swam?
You're welcome to try.
All right.
You swim through the air. No. The harbour master's office is right there. You know Magnus, he doesn't normally sleep in there or anything. So it's normally just locked and he goes back to his slightly more opulent house than you have because obviously he's raking in the big bucks.
Yep, that's what's rubbing me the wrong way. Right, I'm going back in. You can slip back in, but I know nothing about it. I don't want to hear anything about it. I'm going to go back to bed.
Okay.
So I've got him into the building, but as for the other part, I don't have access to it.
So there is the locked door outside, which is, say, the other side of the building to the entrance that Magnus uses. If you would investigate round, you might be able to see other methods of egress or ingress, not egress.
I mean, how well have I done at everything else?
I was going to say, is your character going to be particularly good at picking locks?
1 second. Let me just check my no.
Oh dear.
Generally, if you want to pick a lock, you need thieves' tools because that is the roll that you need, which is a dexterity roll. Or you can try and smash them in. Or if you've got a spell that could unlock a door.
We'll see if anyone else nearby has some thief tools.
Yeah.
I'm going to be settling down. I've got back in bed.
I'll leave you for a bit. You'll probably
First
come running
smart thing
when
you've done.
when this plan inevitably goes tits up. You'll hear me and come running. So, is there a window into this room?
From Magnus's room, there is not a window into the main office building.
Okay.
There is a window in Magnus's room on the other side. So you could probably deduce that there were probably windows into
Into the locked room.
Yeah. But there's not a window between a partition wall between one building and the next. That'd be a bit weird.
No, that's fair enough.
Just looking into somebody else's room.
Elias.
It's just an old office. That
It's
I'm just going to settle down.
it's not an interrogation room like yours with a two-way magical mirror.
Okay, so if I stick my head out the door, what can I see?
You stick your head out of the door to the right. You see that the rest of Magnus's part of the building, which goes around the corner. To the left, you see the main door to get into the office.
Okay.
And the building carries on round. It's like a big rectangle.
So is there a window next to that door?
No,
Okay.
but there might be round the corner.
From where I am, I can't see any of the guards.
You can't see any of the guards at the moment, no.
Okay. I'll wait for a bit.
Yep.
Where I am and see if anyone comes patrolling around the corner. And if they do, I'll stick my head back in and shut the door.
Okay, you give it like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You see both the guards pass in front of you going opposite directions and then
Okay.
slowly go back round the corners and you're like, window of opportunity.
Excellent.
Not
Okay.
an actual window.
Oh, damn. Do any of them appear? Can I roll a perception? Can I see if any of them are carrying any keys?
You can.
Thank God for that. 17.
You see that they are not carrying keys.
Right.
They've just got torches and spears.
Torches and spears. Okay, interesting. I nudge Magnus.
So I'm asleep at this point. You've crept into my room and nudged me. I'm going to quick, As a reaction, I'm just going to like fling up and just send him flying. What do you want me to roll for this?
Roll an attack and roll
Okay.
again. Yeah.
15.
What's your AC?
15.
You kick him straight in the gut, and he just doubles
Oh,
over.
God.
What do you want now?
There was no need for that.
There is a lot of need for that. You're going to get me killed.
Can you pick a lock?
I'm not helping you.
Maybe roll to persuade him.
What if I paid you?
How much?
What's reasonable?
I don't know. How much is my life worth at this rate? Look, I'm not going to do it for you, but if it would mean you'll just leave me alone, there's some tools in that chest of drawers over there.
All right, I'll give it a go.
Don't take them all because you're probably going to break them.
I'd grab a handful of lockpicks.
Right.
Which isn't very many because I've got small hands.
I'm going to usher him out and I'm locking the door behind. I've just given him lockpicks.
Oh, practice lock.
To be fair, with his current performance, I'm not too worried he's going to get back.
Okay, you're outside. You have some lockpicks. I'm going to assume that you are not proficient with thieves' tools.
I'm not
Just
proficient
not
with these.
proficient. Full stop.
I'm not very good. End of sentence.
I didn't realise that your character was going to be this inept, and I kind of love it.
Neither did I.
For the itinerant metagame, not metagame, but min-maxer that you normally are.
I know. Okay, yeah, I will attempt to unlock the door with a flat dex.
I will let you use the thieves' tools at disadvantage.
Oh.
So add your proficiency and then
Sometimes, Matt, I think you hate me.
just sometimes. I'm not doing my job.
Well, that's not too bad. 16
That is fantastic.
with disadvantage.
That is very good.
I hope that means you've used up the roll for when you try and get back into my office.
I'm just going to knock.
You unlock the door, but as you do, you snap the lockpick.
Oh, he's going to be upset about that.
Well, I mean, he did say not to take them all. Did you take them all?
No, I only took a small handful.
Okay.
Because I'm
Small
hands.
And you quickly slip inside. It's an office building that looks like it's fairly well lived in. There's charts and ledgers everywhere, paperwork everywhere, a globe and some all sorts. Roll me just a general perception check.
10.
You see that there is a big writing desk, which is like the focal point of the room. And on it is a very large ledger, like thick. We're talking stacks on stacks on stacks. 3 C's. With a big padlock on it.
Okay.
You also see what appears to be a little bit of the desk that's not quite flush, but it's not a drawer. It looks unusual. And as you run your hand over it, it clicks open. And there's a little hidden compartment there.
Is there a key in it?
There is not. However, there is a bottle of what appears to be brandy and 200 gold coins.
Oof.
Big money.
That doesn't belong to me. I'm going to close that because that's irrelevant.
Okay.
I will assume everything else that's out in the room is normal. Like, I assume that anything dodgy he's not going to have out in the open.
Yeah, it looks like an office. It looks like all the paperwork and bits and pieces that he would need. There's some sailing paraphernalia, bits of rope and stuff like that.
Okay. How many picks have I got left?
I'm going to roll a d4.
Okay.
You have 3 picks left.
Okay.
I mean, that's a pretty good result out of a D4.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And you have used one.
That's 3 rolls at disadvantage to try and pick the lock on the ledger then?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Roll numero uno.
I will say, this lock looks far more intricate than a normal basic bitch lock to get into a wooden door.
So 9 is a no?
9 is definitely
Just give me a yes or a no.
You don't even get the pick into the lock. You just snap it in your hand and just throw it on the floor.
I didn't say how old these picks were.
Must have been a
That
dud.
one was actually a breadstick.
I wouldn't know the difference. I'm not proficient. Okay, please. 17.
Oh, okay. That is enough. You don't know how, and I'm sure if Magnus saw, he wouldn't know how either. He was just like, you put the wrong end of the lockpick in, jiggled it about, and somehow the lock's opened. And you open it. There's all the usual to and fro accounting that's in there, but you also see some extra pages that have been hastily shoved in the back that look to be the more dubious logs, which I have actually got written out here
Ooh, nice.
with dates on, but let's just pretend these dates are just numbers because
You don't want to lock yourself into anything, do you?
Yeah, fair.
absolutely not. This one says date of blah, blah, blah. inspected Sloop Doggy Dog. She was riding lower than she should, going by what was on her manifest. Turns out the captain didn't want me to know about the dwarven fire brandy he was carrying for a friend. My pockets are a little heavier, and now I have my own case of fire brandy to work through. Not bad for a day's work. Putting 2 and 2 together, you realise that's probably what was in the drawer.
And also, that 200 gold was a bribe and is therefore evidence. So I reopened the drawer.
I mean, the fact that he's writing down his own solicit things as evidence. I mean, if you can't crack this case, you really are terrible.
My God, I think this is a clue.
The murderer. That's not useful.
I killed this man in a picture.
I stabbed him here on the doll. There are 2 more entries. The second says, I had to stop Magnus from investigating the Mermaid's Folly. Me and Captain LaRouche have an understanding, and I don't need that nosy Ponce ruining it for me. I've been feeding him coin to look the other way for a while now, but he seems to have a bee in his bonnet about his suspicions. Won't be good for business or my bottom line. Might need to get rid of him.
What was it, Captain?
LaRouche.
Captain Ledouche.
Captain LaRue. I've heard he's bulletproof.
And it was the what
The
mermaid?
Mermaid's Folly.
Mermaid's Folly.
And there is one final entry, which says, there's definitely something up with the Tempest's Bane. Requested to change its departure date, moving it up a full week. Normally, this wouldn't catch my eye, but the manifest says it's carrying mostly barley and wheat. And I know for a fact the harvest hasn't all been collected yet because of the commotion with those farmhand mages. Going to talk to the captain tonight at the Dragon Anchor and see if I can figure out what's up. There's a little bit of a pause in the writing, and it restarts with what looks to be fresh ink, as if he's come back to it later, saying, I spoke to the captain and did a little digging. His coin pouch will be much lighter from now. Too right with the ridiculous stunt he's trying to pull. If anyone finds out, we're all dead. I can't believe he's trying, and then it's torn.
Oh, okay. I stuffed these documents into my pocket. These pages. Are they loose pages?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll stuff them into my pocket. I'll take the gold pieces and the bottle of what I now assume is dwarven fire brandy. What do I know about that? Is it narcotic or is it just strong-ass
Just
booze?
very strong, because dwarves are notorious for wanting to get absolutely obliterated.
Is it illegal or is it just regulated?
Regulated, like he's clearly not wanting to pay the extortionate tax on it.
Okay, fair enough.
What do you want to do with this information that you've just gathered?
I don't know who to go to with this now because my superiors are not going to be happy that I'm investigating something off the books.
Yeah, especially when there's kind of evidence that other people are being, bribed and might be involved.
Yeah, I think it would be best for me to continue building my case and then confronting the harbour master directly.
Yeah, I mean, from the evidence there as well, you know that Magnus's life might be in danger.
I think Magnus knows that without seeing it.
So maybe you want to get him on side with you so you can try and...
I'm going to leave because I feel like I've upset him enough this evening. I'm going to let him cool off and pop back tomorrow. Or, sorry, later in the day because it's early morning, isn't it?
It's
I'll
early
finish my
morning.
shift. So, yeah, I do now need to try and get off the dock.
I want to, at this point, I can't sleep.
Yeah.
Obviously. I'm going to try and watch him when he goes.
Okay, so Jack, I need you to roll me a stealth.
You can't see anything. I'm a shadow, a ghost,
And I'm rolling a
phantom.
Perception, but I don't think you're going to need it from what I see
I
on
don't
his
know,
stuff.
That's 13, I think, because my...
That's a dirty 20. That's
Oh, we love a
That is a
dirty
dirty
20.
That is where is my stealth? 13.
You actually manage to weave again between the two patrolling people. They don't see you, but you do see, as you glance back around, Magnus just looking at you out of his window going, what the just leave. As you're like moonwalking away.
yeah, I want it to be more discreet than that.
Okay.
So try roll that to be discreet.
I guess roll a stealth as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
See if you're...
10.
What's your passive perception?
11.
Oh dear.
You see the curtain twitch.
I've been awake a long time. I'm getting a bit
You
slower.
don't see his face, but the curtain's twitching.
He's into me.
That's what you're doing.
Told you. Really not good at this.
Oh, just reading humans.
Yeah. You're a strange bunch.
So you slink away in the wee hours before it gets light, and you get back to your hovel. You go past Brian, and he's like, late again. If watches were invented, I'd point at it right now.
Why do you keep looking at the wrist sundial? The sun's not even up.
That'd be a good weapon as well. You could stab someone with it.
Would be a good one.
That's a very good spy weapon, actually. Especially if you had like a retractable, I don't know what the thing on a sundial is that casts the shadow is called.
Dial?
Or is it the sun?
It's not the sun, I know that. I think the dial's the circle.
Yeah.
Does that thing have a name? Google it.
Quick
Google
pause
it.
to
I'm
Google.
going to cut this.
Email him with the
I'm
answers.
making everyone aware that we're cutting this, and we'll have the answer.
The pointer.
The pointer.
Also called a style or gnomon.
I like
gnomon?
Gnomon. That sounds very fancy.
It's a
We'll go for
tiny
that one.
gnome.
It just stands there.
But if you impaled a gnome, it would be a gnome on a gnome.
Anyway,
So you slink away and you sleep the day away. You are obviously, you've had a bad night.
yeah, you could say that.
There's a knock on the door. Get back to work. Come on.
This is Davin, I assume.
It is Davin, yeah.
I go out. There's no point causing any confrontation with him. I just crack on. I get on with work.
He's you feel his eyes on you during the day as if he's suspicious of something. Obviously, you're not aware of this, but his ledger is gone, as is his secret stash of money and brandy.
As are some of my lockpicks.
And he has quite the suspicion that perhaps you've done it. So he's
Magnus,
keeping
more like Mag
close.
Sus.
Great.
So nearing the end of the day, he pulls you aside. And he's just like, what do you know?
What do you mean? What do I know?
Look, I know you've been in my bloody room. What do you know?
I haven't been in your room. It's locked.
Yes, it is. Roll a persuasion.
21.
Well, that beats my 2. I mean, you're on the level, and he can see that in your eyes. He's like, but okay.
Take this to a tribunal if you carry on.
Whoa, don't talk about unions.
Can I go?
Yeah, all right. Just one more thing. Who was that guy that I saw him yesterday?
What guy?
There was some creepy-looking goblin mate that was kind of skulking around.
It's the docks. There's creepy looking goblins everywhere. And actual creepy looking goblins.
You turn and there's a small goblin that's just like,
Really offended.
why?
That's Barry, look.
He runs off crying.
Poor Boblin.
Now you've offended 2 people today already.
I don't care. I'm tired. I'm probably going to die. I'm just done.
You're aware now that Davin is aware that Jack exists. He doesn't know who he is, but he's also very aware.
I don't know who he is.
You're also very
I
aware.
don't know who I am.
Who am I? You also know that he's suspicious of something, although you don't know what. Like, he knows that someone's been in his rooms because he's kind of semi-accused you of it. Jack, what are you doing? Because I'm assuming you've just woken up ready for your shift.
Yep, I've woken up ready for my shift. I am going to store the evidence that I've gathered. So the gold coins, the brandy, and the ledger. I'm going to hide them all in my room. I'll put them under my mattress or something.
Okay.
And I'm going to head back to the dock to speak to Magnus.
You're skipping work for the day.
Well, I get up in the morning. don't
Yeah,
I?
you're coming up for
Sort
like
of midday.
late. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
I'll head out down to the dock, have a word with Magnus, and I'll go to work from there.
Okay. Magnus, you've had this conversation with...
Yeah,
Davin.
I'm going to use this half I've had with him to kind of slack a bit and maybe slink back to my office a little earlier than I usually would. Office / house. I keep calling it office. It's the office where I live.
As you are slinking back, Magnus, you see coming towards you Jack, trying to be a bit discreet, nondescript, but I mean, he stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah,
let's be
I'm
honest.
just going to try and ignore him and just get into my office.
Jack, you see that Magnus has seen you and kind of just turned and just very swiftly just wandered off.
Well, that's rude. I'll follow him.
So, Jack, you follow him into his office house, and Magnus, you turn around.
So he's just come into my house.
You turn around to shut the door, and you're like, he just walks past you.
I'm going to kick him very hard.
Roll an attack roll again. I feel like you're attacking each other a lot more than
5.
I definitely sidestep.
Again, I'm very tired.
You kick the door shut, and you're like, ugh.
Why are you always getting violent with me?
Because you're going to get me killed.
That's why I'm here. I'm not going to get you killed.
Well, being here is going to get me killed.
I
The
have
boss is already
evidence.
suspicious. I don't care about your evidence.
We could put him away. Then you'll be perfectly safe.
I think he's got people and money. I don't think I'll be perfectly safe while I'm here.
Okay, well, we can get you out of here.
I don't want to get out of here.
Oh, all right.
Everything was fine until you started pestering me.
Magnus Salt Spray, you are under arrest.